Hello and welcome to this how-to video showing the groups functionality for visible geology. I'm already logged in here, so I can see my three main applications in the center of the home page, and I can see some additional options towards the bottom of the home page. Today we're going to look at this groups functionality. So I click on the groups button and I can see I have a number of groups already made, and I have two large buttons on the left hand side, one to create a new group and one to join a group with a code. In the first example, I'll assume the role of a teacher, and in the second example, I'll assume the role of a student. So looking at how to create a group, first of all, I click on the Create New button. I have to give the group a name, designate an organization is optional, but I have to give it a description. So we'll say and once we're happy with our information, we click on the Create button. Now we see we have an empty group ready to add with new assignments and also with members. So first off, I'll show you how to create a new assignment within this group. So I click on the New Assignment button. I click on the assignment name and fill this out and give it a description. And I have some checkbox options to control what the members can do within this assignment. So the first option is to allow multiple submissions. So this means that for any member of the group, they can submit more than one piece of work to this particular assignment. So it might be that I want to restrict that, in which case I would leave this box unchecked. But in the scenario where I'm actually looking for a submission from a single student that would cover off a three-dimensional model and a stereo net, then I would need to check this box on so that that student can submit two pieces of information to this particular assignment. Once this setting is checked or unchecked, I cannot change it later on. So it is important that you have a little think about what you want for this setting. The next one down is submissions only visible to admins. So within the member section, which we'll get to in a moment, you can assign different admins. You can use this setting to restrict the viewing options of all of your members so that they can't see the other members' work when they submit it. So this could be a scenario where you've got students and you don't want them to be seeing each other's work, but equally you might not mind about that. And so you can leave this option unchecked. If you need more than one person assessing the submissions, you should add that person to the admin group. And so I'll go through that in a while. And then the final option is to enable a due date. So there's due dates to do with the assignments, and so we have that option here as well. So I will mention that it is in the form of a day, and then the month, and then the year with 4 digits. So once we're happy with our inputs there, we can click Create, and now we have our first assignment. Now, if you want your students or the members of your group to start submitting work to this assignment, you must create an invite code so that those members can actually join this group. So I'm going to duck down into the invite code option and show you guys this. So I simply click on the button and I see that this share code has been generated. I can click copy, and now I have this code copied to my clipboard. The next exercise for me to do would be to share that piece of information with all of the people I wish to join this group. Okay, so I'm going to close this particular group and move back into one I made earlier. And you can see that I have a number of assignments here, and when I click into this assignment, I can see that there is a submission from Grace here. So if I wanted to have a look at what that model looks like from Grace, I would simply click on it, and it opens the read-only version of Grace's model. Now, what you'll notice is that this is the read-only version, meaning it can't be edited. So I have a subset of functionality on the left-hand side, and I can only see and interrogate the model with what Grace has produced. Okay, so let's have a look at the workflow to join a group using one of those codes. So I come into my groups and I use the join with code button. I have a code that's copied onto my clipboard, so I'm just going to paste that group code here and click join. It brings me straight into the group. I can see the name and the organization and the description and any assignments that have already been set. If I want to go into one of these assignments and submit a piece of work, I can do that by just simply clicking into it, clicking submit. And here is a number of models that I have created previously and published. So I can select one of those and submit that piece of work to this assignment. If I step back to the group, I can see that I have some information about members. So as a member of the group, I can only see the administrator's information, whereas when I am an admin of the group, so when I have created the group myself, I can see the members and the admin. And so I can actually elevate one of the members to be an admin using this button here, or I can remove a member if you have cause to do that. So that's the bulk of the functionality for groups and assignments. So as I say, these features can be used beyond a traditional assignment. So for example, if you have a lab group that needs to work together, they could potentially create a group in order to collaborate on some work. And equally, if you have a hobby group outside the learning environment, you might also be able to create a group and have an area for people to discuss around an actual three-dimensional model that you can very easily access. So I hope you enjoyed this video.